This is the last video / episode that I am recording for the year of 2024. How time flies. Again, I want to express my gratitude to all my YouTube subscribers, all my podcast subscribers for listening or watching my video, and hopefully I have been able to deliver content that have been able to educate you, motivate you, and inspire you. And I am going to end 2024 with a short session that is going to wrap it up for the entire year and to get you ready for 2025. The last 3 sessions, I did the 3-part series for Strategic Planning 2024. For part 1, I talk about really being crystal clear in defining your life goals and your business goals. And if you have a financial goal, you need to write down the number, the financial number that you want to achieve for 2025. And if there is a time freedom goal that you want to achieve, then you have to be so intentional in blocking out your calendar, really seeing the dates that you're going to be doing the traveling or the things that you want to participate in, block it on your calendar. And also to the point of determining how many hours you want to work per week, per day. That's how you can have a clear idea of what you're working towards, the outcome you're going to get when you achieve the goal, and also to formulate a plan for that. And in the part 2 series, we talk about setting realistic goals. So now that you have a number in mind and the hours that you want to work in mind, how can we set up a plan that is going to set you up for success? So setting a realistic goal is the first step, which is to make sure that you look at your existing resources in terms of time, money, and energy. Energy in terms of physical energy, like your obligation, right? Like how much energy, and also time, your time obligation to take care of the other things that is happening in your life. If you have a full-time job and also a family that you need to take care of little ones, take care of the old ones, all those things will come into play to allow you to invest time and energy in your business. And if you don't have time or the energy because you are totally stretched, then we need to look at the financial resources that you can use to invest into your business, so you don't have to feel like you are being put in all direction and yet still be able to gain some momentum in your business. And the part 3, also the last part of the 3-part series, we talk about what happens when things don't go as planned. And I talk about what exactly does as planned means. Do not give a meaning to the outcome. The outcome is just an outcome, all right? And you will look at the outcome and decide what you want to do next. I talk about refining, tweaking, collecting data, and the worst thing you can do is to be stuck in the perfectionism mode that you're constantly prepping and you're not taking any action. And when you don't take action, you don't have any data to analyze, you don't have any outcome to refine so that you can take more actions to get closer to your goal. So you do not want to be stuck in a prep mode zone. Okay. I also talk about there's no shame to admit that you give it all, you try it all, and it didn't happen the way you want it to happen, and you decide that entrepreneurship is not for you because you are the 1% who actually take action and not just be in the dream mode. I wish that one day. You're not the one day person. You actually seize the day and you actually take action. So I want you to applaud yourself for having the courage and take the leap of faith and give it all, and then make the decision, is this for me or this not for me? Okay. Now, let's talk about today's session, which is start focusing on the cans and stop wasting time on the cans. So what do I mean by that? I want you to know that when you have these these plans, okay, these grand plans that you're putting together, okay, for 2025, first and foremost, do know that you don't start planning on January 1st, all right? Whatever you're trying to achieve, your New Year resolution, you do not start putting the plans together on how you're going to achieve your 2025 goals on January 1st. The resolution, the goal, the action plan should have already been thought of, crafted, and have an action plan ready to go on January 1st if you are the type of people who want to have a start date. Okay, for me, every day is January 1st. So I don't have to wait for a particular date to say that, okay, I'm going to start on January 1st. Sometimes it's symbolic for many of you. That's why there's this term called New Year resolution. But just know that you can start and stop anytime, okay? Because in life, you don't know when you will have to stop or somebody stop it for you. In my case, right? The higher power stopped my life in a sense on September 24th. They pulled the plug on me. So I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything. I got severely ill and I had to rest. And we are close to almost 3 months of resting and I'm still in the recovery mode. So know that you're not guaranteed another day where you are fully healthy, present, or have the sense of mind to do what you want to do. So if you today are blessed with great health, blessed with the resources to be able to make sound decision and physically fit to take action that requires you, your physical self, do it. All right. Okay. So I want to focus on when you're making all these plans, okay, you make it before January 1st so that you can start immediately on January 1st. Well, we are making all these plans, okay? When you're making all these plans, you may feel discouraged because you realize that, but I don't have this, or I don't know how to do this, or I can't do this. All right, I'm going to share with you a personal journey. And I have said it many, many times. How you live your personal life is a reflection of how you will show up in your business, and vice versa. There's no separate two lives. It's one person. You may have different roles in your business. You are a CEO. In your personal life, you are okay, a wife, a daughter, a sister, a mother, a friend. So you have different roles that you play in your personal life and in your business. But fundamentally, it is still you. It's still the same. You still have the same moral values, virtual ethics in you, cultivated in you since birth, and also in your growing years and every day, right? You evolve. So it's still you. So there's no separate set of principles, okay? Regardless whether it's a personal or a business life, it's you. So it's only one set of principles, but adapted to fit to the situation and the environment you are in based on the situation you are in, okay? So I want you, when you are crafting your action plan, to focus on what you can do and stop focusing about what you cannot do. All right, because you don't have this or you don't know how. So my personal story is this. I have always been extremely active. I work out 5 to 6 days a week, sometimes 7, in fact, very often 7 days a week. On the weekdays, it's a little bit more intense. On the weekends, I relax a little bit more, so I don't do as much, but I'm still active. So I swim, I power walk, I do yoga, I lift weights from time to time. And when I got sick with the internal bleeding of my liver on September 24th, my whole body shut down and I lost a lot of the abs muscle and my mobility has been extremely restricted. And because the swelling was so large, I wasn't able to breathe properly. So I'm always short of breath. So you can imagine when you're short of breath and you're constantly in pain, there's a lot of things that you cannot do. So fast forward, okay? Fast forward. Today, when I'm recording this session, is December 9th, all right? So we're talking about 2.5 months of recovery. And I am still unable to do a lot of these activities. Having said that, I have started working out in terms of walking. When I first was ill, the first 4 to 6 weeks, I couldn't walk without losing my breath. And we're talking about like really slow walking. And I couldn't go beyond 10 minutes. Okay. And we're talking about a woman who walks 3.5 miles to 4 miles to 5 miles a day, power walk, all right, at a heart rate of 135. And we burn about like 300 and something calories to 400 calories. So for me to not being able to do more than 10 minutes, okay, and walking like an old lady and getting breathless, that is demoralizing. I can focus on all the things that I cannot do. I can all day wallow in self-pity and do a pity party, okay, that, oh, I can't do yoga, I can't lift weights, I can't run, I can't swim, I can't even walk for 10 minutes, I might as well don't do it. I can be in that state of mind. But I tell myself, what good is it going to do if I were to do that? So every day I test my limits. So one day, okay, 10 minutes, I'm out of breath. So I tried, okay, so 10 minutes was my max and I'm like poop. So I said, okay, maybe I don't do 10 minutes. Let me dial it back to 8 minutes. And if I still feel terrible, let me dial it back to 5 minutes. And then I slowly work back up. As you can see, if you're watching this video, as you can hear if you're listening to it as a podcast, okay? I did not stop. And I wasn't shameful. I do not feel any shame in doing less, okay? Instead of giving up, say, I don't want to do it, I'm going to wait until I'm ready, then I start again. No, because I will never be ready. Because if I don't condition my body to get used to moving, then complications will happen, all right? It's just like business. And I'm going to use that as a reference to business later. So I do not allow myself to stop. I allow myself to go slower. So in this case, 10 minutes was my threshold. Actually, it's beyond my threshold. So I just dial it back to 8, and 8 minutes was my threshold. And I was tired, but not super, super tired. Then I said, okay, you know what? Maybe just dial it down to 5 minutes. And I felt really good just doing it 5 minutes. So I know that it's between 5 to 8 minutes. So I just calibrate all the way to 6 minutes, train some more, to 7 minutes, to 8 minutes. And then now 8 minutes, I'm not very tired. I'm a little tired, but I'm okay. Then I slowly move up. And now fast forward. Now it's December 9th, okay? So 6 weeks ago, like 6 weeks from September 24th, that means end of October, I was feeling that way. Now, December 9th, I'm able to resume. Today is the first day I was able to resume my 3.4, 3.5 miles of walking. All right, continuous walking without getting breathless. And my heart rate is not at 135, but it's higher than what it used to be compared to, used to be when I got sick. So there's progress. I still cannot run, jump, swim, do yoga, lift weights. But am I going to focus on that? No, I am not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on I have improvement in being able to walk faster, walk longer, and I continue to build my muscles. And slowly but surely, I will be able to do what I want or have been able to do before I got sick. The worst thing you want to do is to stop everything, and then you have to start from ground again. And I'm not going to allow myself to do that. So I continue to build my muscles by doing what I can do. Now, when you're doing your action plan for your business, if you are a new entrepreneur, you will get a shock, because you will realize that there's a lot of things you need to do that you don't know how to do. You do not have the skill set yet, or you are learning how to do, or you may have some basic knowledge on how to do it, but you are not skilled, especially if you are new. Now, when it comes to this, many will revert to, let me go learn some more. Let me go learn, let me go prep, learn, and then they never take any action. I want to caution you that when you are doing your action plan, break it down into the exact task that needs to be done. If you have to post on social media, which is one of the things that you should be doing to get free advertising, okay? Because social media is free. And if you are going to advertise yourself in online, then you have to create content for social media. So you have to ask yourself, okay, what are the tasks that I need to do in order to finally be able to post this post on social media? First, you need to create content, right? So create content, you have to start thinking, okay, is it going to be video? Is it going to be a picture? And then you decide what it's going to be. Then you have to write the words for it, right? The captions. And then you're going to learn how to post it, right? Are you going to use a posting platform, or are you going to post directly on the social media platform? So basically, it's like a 3-step process. You may not have the skill or the knowledge to know, okay, what are the platforms that I can schedule a post? So I don't have to be on the phone while I'm actually at work, or I don't have to be on the phone all the time. Can I schedule this out? But you may not have the skill set to do that, nor the knowledge to know which platform should I use. I don't know how to use Facebook or Meta Business Suite. I don't know how to use Later. I don't know how to use Hootsuite. Okay, so these are the things you don't know, all right? But what do you know? You have the knowledge to create content. You know what you want to talk about, right? If you do know what you want to talk about, you say, oh, I want to advertise my business. So you know that you want to advertise your business. That's the first step. And you also know what your skill set are. So you can start creating content about your skill set to showcase your product, your service. So now you can do this one thing, which is go find pictures, okay? Go find pictures of your past work, or find stock photos that is able to show people this is your vision, this is your style, all right? Or if you are not shy to be talking in front of a video, shoot some videos, right? So make some 60 seconds video to talk about your company, to talk about the services, to talk about your new business. So you can do something. I guarantee you, when you break down the task, if there's 10 tasks that you need to do, you will be able to do at least 20 to 50% of those tasks if you are a new entrepreneur. But if you are already in the business, you probably can do 75% of those tasks, and the 25%, you may need some time to learn, or you need to decide that, okay, I'm going to use something that's simpler, or you're going to decide that you're going to get somebody to do it for you. So I want you to get out of your head and stop focusing so much time and energy on what you cannot do, and start focusing on what you can do. Even when the percentage of what you can do is a lot smaller than what you cannot do, just know that if you give up on the task completely, that means even though you can do 2 tasks out of 10 tasks, you say that I might as well don't do it. I can only do 2 out of 10. All right? You say that I'd rather don't do it because you're focusing on the 8 out of 10 you cannot do. Then you will never do anything. Okay? You will never do anything. Then you develop this habit that if I can't do it all, I'm not going to do it at all. That is the sure fail strategy for life and for business. If I can't do it all, or if I can't do it well for all of it, I might as well don't do it. That is a sure way to fail in life. Because a lot of things that you need to do in life is not a one-step action. It's a multi-step action. And the multi-step action will challenge you mentally, physically, emotionally, regardless whether it's personal or business. If you are focusing on either it's all or nothing, you are going to be extremely disappointed in your business and in your life. So I know that firsthand, okay, in many aspects of my life. And I'm pretty sure if you look at your life and you look at your kids, if you have children, if you look at your close friends and family in their life, they will tell you, they will share examples with you that it is not all or nothing, okay? This type of living is all or nothing. It's extremely, extremely dangerous. Extremely. Because it puts you in the mindset that you are constantly in the prep mode. And when you're constantly in prep mode, you take no action. So I want you to know that even though you can only do 20% out of the 100%, the 20% is going to start training you to take action on what you can do. And when you take action on what you can do, you have this sense of fulfillment. Okay. I saw on Facebook, all right, giving you another example. I saw on Facebook this video, this reel about this beautiful home, okay, that is like everything is in its place, it's so pretty, it's so neat, it's so fresh. And then the caption is focus on the 1%. And the caption it says is the 1% is when you walk into the room that you're trying to make it look pretty, what is the 1% that you can do to make this room look pretty? Okay, so to declutter, okay, maybe there is a drawer in that room that you know in that drawer is a hot mess, but there are several drawers that are a hot mess. So you don't go into that room thinking that I'm going to tackle all these 3 drawers in one day, in one session. You're going to tell yourself, I'm going to tackle 1 drawer and I'm going to give myself 1 whole week to tackle that 1 drawer. So this is what they meant by that 1%. So give yourself a lot of grace, okay? And I guarantee you, when you go in, all right, when you go in to tackle that 1%, that 1 drawer, you get into the groove because you feel, oh my God, this feels so good. This drawer is no longer a hot mess. It looks so nice, so neat. You know, I know that there's no more that it is not untidy over here. So then you get into the groove, you get a sense of achievement, okay, a sense of accomplishment. It's pleasing to the eye. Then you want to move on to the next project because you are riding the wave of fulfillment, of accomplishment. This is the same thing for when you're learning a new skill in your business. If you're creating video, okay, if you're creating video, a 60-second video for your social media, okay, you know you have to create 10 videos, all right? But you know that you have to create 10 videos. And then you know that you have to post the 10 videos, all right? And you are going to focus on just doing 1 video first. 10 videos may sound very daunting. It's like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I have content for the first 2 videos, but I don't know what else I'm going to talk about. Once you get in the groove, okay, you make the first video, you're going to ask yourself, this feels good. And I think I have something else to talk about. If you do, make the second video, okay? Now, I will tell you that it will run dry, okay? Maybe up to the 4th video, you will feel that, I'm done for the day. But hey, listen, you did 4 instead of that 1. But you go in with this mindset of just doing 1, okay? You go in with this mindset of doing just 1 because you can do 1. You know that you are not so sure whether you can do all 10 at one shot. You don't know. In fact, you're telling yourself, I probably cannot because I only have content for 4 topics, all right? So I don't know what I'm going to talk for the remaining 6 topics. So you don't go in thinking that I'm going to do 10 videos. You're going to go in to think that I can do 1 video. In fact, I can do 2. I have topics for 4. But my goal is if I can do 1 video and get it done, I'm done. I'm done for the day. I can do it. But once you get in, you get excited. You do that 1 video, you ask yourself, do I feel that I can do a second video? Am I still excited to want to do this second video, to do a video? If you do the second video. Then you ask yourself the same question again. Oh, this feels good. Do I want to continue to do the 3rd video? Okay, if you feel good, do the 3rd video. And then now you know that you have 1 more topic left, okay? And you are scared that if I do this topic, then I will have nothing else to say anymore. So you may just stop yourself. Then it's okay. Stop yourself. But you accomplish something. Then you want to ask yourself, okay, there's another thing that I need to do, which is not to do about videos. Okay, there's another thing I need to do. I don't know how to do it, but I have already created 3 videos. How do I feel about learning how to post them? Ask yourself that question. Every time you accomplish something, okay, this is the trick. Every time you accomplish something, you are mentally and emotionally at a level that you're feeling a little bit more invincible, a little bit more doable, a little bit more, I can do it. I can do more. You are in that zone. So now is the best time to ask yourself, if you feel like you want to tackle a task that you don't know how to do, or you're procrastinating to do, okay? Because now you're going in thinking about those things that you have resistance, which is you don't know how to do, or you don't want to do. Now you're going in with this level of emotion, okay, that you are feeling a lot better about yourself. So the resistance most likely will be a lot lesser compared to when you're going in with your tank empty. So when you go in with your tank full, overflowing, okay, that yes, I can do it. I can definitely do this. I'm so good. This is possible. Anything is possible. Now, then you ask yourself, okay, this thing I don't know how to do, and I really don't feel like doing it, but can I, since I'm in such a good mood, right? I have a sense of accomplishment. Maybe I'll just do a little bit. Maybe let me do a little bit of research. So now, okay, you're setting yourself up for a more favorable condition to succeed. You're going in with your tank full. So your chance of not accomplishing anything for the task that you don't know how to do or don't want to do is very, very low. You may not be able to do 100% of that task, but at least you get it started. So you may be able to do 20% of that task, okay? 20% of that task, but you got it started. That's what is most important. When you focus on what you can do, it gives you the sense of accomplishment. And that sense of accomplishment is going to help you to tackle a certain percentage, if not the entire percentage of the task that you don't think you can do or want to do, okay? This is setting up yourself for success to go in with your tank full instead of going with your tank empty or, like fighting a war. I am arming you with all the necessary weapons to fight the unknown, okay? Rather than you go in naked and then you get attacked by negative self-talk. So now you're armed with all the positive reinforcement. These are all your armor, okay? Positive reinforcement, positive self-talk, all this, and then you go into the unknown, and then you have this little voice, are you sure you can do this? Now your voice is so much louder. Your positive voice is so much louder. So I hope you can use this strategy, which is to focus on what you can do instead of what you can do, and then tackle the can do, and then push yourself on what more you can do until to the point that you realize, hey, I want to take a break. And that's when you can either ask yourself, can I do more of what I can do? Or can I take a break? Or do I want to take a break? Or, oh, you know what? Let's change to something else, have a different vibe. Let's tackle something else that is not what currently you're doing, because either you get bored, or tackle something else that you feel that you're ready to at least tackle 10 to 20% of those things that you don't think you can do, or you don't want to do. At least you get started. The most important thing here is to get started. Okay, I'm going to keep this session a little bit shorter than the 3-part series, because the message is very simple. Focus on what you can do instead of what you can do. And the most important thing is to get started. All right. So ending 2024 with an extremely positive note, extremely grateful and thankful for what all of you have given to me, my listeners, my watchers, okay, my YouTube subscribers, what the universe have given me, and to be able to allow me to continue to share my life experience, my work experience, my business experience to all of you. And hopefully you'll be able to utilize all this information to live a fulfilling life in all aspects. Happy New Year, everyone. And I will talk to you in 2025.